And welcome back to the next part of What If Naruto was Shisui's brother. Last time where we left off, the teams were sorted, and let's just continue where we left off. Well, I don't like doing recaps. If you want a recap, just go back and watch the previous video if you haven't watched it. Which, if you haven't watched it, why are you on part 2? I would say link in the description, but I've literally rebooted my channel. It's the only other video on my channel. But yeah. So Naruto and Sasuke wake up. Well, no. I'm going ahead of myself. Kakashi shows up late, and Menma puts the duster, and Kakashi falls for it on purpose. Naruto's just uninterested, mainly because he's just sitting at the window, with the window open, and he's asleep, with a nice breeze. Which, when he did that, Sasuke thought he should probably stay awake, but at the same time, it's been 30 minutes. He likes to stay up just in case Kakashi shows up. Oh, how little he knew. About an hour and a half later, Kakashi is now 2 hours late. Menma sets up the duster, and Naruto is wakened by Menma's laughter, and he sees Kakashi, and then he's just glaring at Menma because he woke him up. Naruto just Kakashi says to meet him on the roof. Naruto and Sasuke just body flicker there. Which Naruto, when you really think about it, Shisui's nickname. Well, this is actually what I want to know, because there has been a lot of different names for it. So, was it Shisui the teleporter or Shisui of the body flicker? Because I've seen both people use it. In the anime, that old guy from the Hidden Mist said that he was Shisui the teleporter, but I think people called him Shisui of the body flicker in the anime too. Or maybe it was Shisui the teleporter in the anime and Shisui of the body flicker in the manga. I could be wrong on this, but anyway, I digress. So Naruto and everyone else get there. Menma's is basically the same as Naruto's was. Sakura's is the same as Sakura, except maybe some glances at Naruto, but he's not Sasuke. Despite the fact that of the two, Naruto is clearly the more one that would show people more attention. She just likes the brooding person over the nice guy, which is literally every other girl. But anyway, I digress. So Naruto's what he says, he basically gives vague stuff like Kakashi. He says, I have lots of hobbies. My dreams, I don't feel like telling you. My hopes, I don't really feel like telling you that either. That's about it. And Kakashi just gets a sweat drop, and Sasuke's is more or less the same, except saying that he wants to protect his brother, which is kind of what he sees Naruto as. The two of them have formed definitely a brotherly bond, which they already technically did have before the Uchiha clan's downfall, but it's just gotten stronger over the years since they're the only two Uchiha left in the village, if you don't count they're the only two Uchiha if you don't count Tobi and Itachi, which I can't remember if there might have been any other Uchiha, because I've seen this meme where it's after the Uchiha clan's downfall, and you just see Sasuke sitting, and then this kid running by with the Uchiha crest on his back, and it just cuts to Kakashi phoning Itachi saying, "Yo Itachi, you missed one," and I just love that meme. If you've never seen it, please try and find it. It's amazing. I know there wasn't any Uchiha, but hey, I digress. Um, so they are told not to have breakfast, and so they all go home. Naruto and Sasuke do some training. Over the years, Naruto is, as I said, he has gained the three Tomoe Sharingan, and I'm gonna say Sasuke, he's still had a bit of trouble activating it. He'll only be able to do it in extreme circumstances, so there's kind of like this psychological block on his Sharingan, which was the case in the anime because when we look at flashbacks, we've seen Sasuke with a one Tomoe Sharingan, but he awakened it, which he didn't use it against Kakashi or anything else unless he was fighting Haku. So there was probably a psychological block on it, or he just didn't know that he had it, and he never thought to put chakra in his eyes. Which, when you really think about it, Sasuke's quote unquote training wasn't really training. I mean, sure, he probably did exercises and some shuriken stuff, but he never really thought to increase his chakra reserves or overall control, which, when you really think about it, is really stupid. So he was just getting angry that he didn't know how to get stronger. And when he finally was getting stronger, he saw that Naruto was also getting stronger, and his poor little Uchiha pride. Anyway, I digress. So the bell test happens. Naruto, he just goes to sleep. And I'm gonna say that he ate, because he knew Kakashi would be late, and he forced Sasuke to eat too. So they're pretty full-ish. Which moment in the anime, even when I was a kid, like I'm talking like 8 or so, maybe younger, when I first watched that bell test, and I've got such nostalgia of it. When Sakura said it was a bad time to be on a diet, even I, as a kid, thought that was stupid because she was a ninja. She would get exercise. Why go on a diet? So that was just very stupid to me. Anyway, I digress. I'm saying that a lot, aren't I? Anyway, so the bell test begins, and they all jump away, except from Medma. He basically does everything Naruto does. So Sasuke and Naruto, they have a plan. They go into action, then they do teamwork, and seeing that they're actually really good and they're actually pushing him back, he elects to put his book away and he fights them. He's still holding back because these are just genin. Oh, what little he knows. Despite the fact that Naruto does have, like, he is as strong at least as a high tuning, low jonin. He lacks experience. Like, if he were to fight someone like Guy or Kakashi, or literally any other, even a low jonin, even someone of equal footing with him who has experience, he would lose that battle tenfold, even with the Sharingan, because experience really means a lot. So, yeah. Kakashi sees he's getting pushed back, and then they all shroud around him. The two of them kind of put him in the middle, and they both say, fire style, fireball jutsu. And Kakashi is shocked that both of them can do it, and these are big fireballs. And he's just barely able to put a substitution, and he realised he was pretty close to losing his life, if not being very scarred. So he shows no hesitation. He's not going to pop the Sharingan out, which I have seen people do, but I highly doubt Kakashi would take them that seriously. He would probably just, start doing actual jutsu and trying instead of holding back. So yeah, that's what he does. But he is surprised to see that Naruto has a fully evolved Sharingan, and he just had a water dragon jutsu, and Naruto just copied it perfectly. And Naruto just looks at him with an eye smile and says, "Thanks for the new jutsu." And Kakashi just realised there was a very good chance that he might lose his life. But just before any of that, the bell goes, and Menma and Sakura get tied to the post, and Kakashi leaves. Naruto and Sasuke eat half of their lunch and then give it to Sasuke. Naruto and Sasuke eat half of their lunch, then give the other half to Menma and Sakura. So at least then they've all ate at least something. Kakashi shows up and goes, "You!" just like in canon, and the storm clouds show. And Naruto on instinct activates his Sharingan and gets out a kunai. Because he doesn't know what Kakashi's going to do. And Kakashi thinks to himself, he's got good instincts. And he's definitely skilled, though he lacks experience. So, yeah. I'm not underplaying Sasuke. Sasuke definitely did do a lot in this. He's definitely stronger than his canon counterpart. Naruto is probably stronger than the 3-year time gap. Because when you think about it, Naruto really didn't learn all that much from Jiraiya. I mean, we didn't really see him with any new jutsu. At best, his taijutsu improved, and he's got somewhat better chakra control. That's all they really did. So that always just struck me as odd. And people, this is something that really annoys me, and I'm not sure if I brought this up in my last video, and if I did and I'm just repeating myself, I apologise, but I've seen people say that Orochimaru was struggling against, what was it, a four-tail Naruto, and when people say that, I am very annoyed, because Orochimaru wasn't struggling with him, he was playing with him. He was toying with him. Orochimaru, if he wanted, probably could have killed him. So it just annoys me when people say, "Oh, Orochimaru was struggling against them," or whatever stuff. Just please do research, because I am fairly sure, I am 80% sure that Orochimaru wasn't struggling against them. Granted, that could have just been that Orochimaru was good at running. He is very slippery, but I digress. So Kakashi puts his thumbs up, saying that Team 7 starts their first mission tomorrow, and it's just a bunch of D-rank missions, and eventually Naruto is very fed up with it, and so is Sasuke. Sakura, she's just smiling along, because she gets to be with Sasuke. People say that Sakura was only annoying in part 1. She was annoying all the time. She was very obsessive of Sasuke, and it was very creepy. But then again, so was Naruto. But I digress. So Naruto, no, not Naruto. Menma asks the third Hokage for another mission, and he gives them the Land of Waves. Tazuna comes in, and he says that these kids are supposed to protect me. Please, the pink-haired one, the pint-sized one, doesn't even look like he knows how to throw a shuriken properly. And Menma laughs and asks which one's the pint-sized one. They all stand closer to him, and yeah, he's the shortest. So he goes, "I will destroy you," and Kashi's just holding him by the back of his collar, saying, "Menma, we can't destroy the client." And then Tazna says Pinky doesn't look like she can do anything other than gossip over. He basically just calls her a fangirl. And then her eyes go white, her teeth gets razor sharp, and she's just like, I will destroy you, I will pound you into the ground. And Kakashi does the same to her with a lazy expression. He just tells her to stop. And then he glances at Naruto, and before he can even utter anything, a kunai just goes right past him, cutting his cheek. And Naruto's just there with an eye smile, and he just says, be careful. And then he just opens his eyes, revealing the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, and he's like, you never know what people can do if you open your mouth. Or he just threatens them in some better way than what I could come up with here on the spot, because I kind of just want to get this video over with, because I've got to start this new What If, not a What If that I'm doing on the channel, just watching this new What If, and from the looks of it, it's going to be a long one. That's about it for this part. If you like that, subscribe, hit the bell icon, like the video. I will see all you in the next one. Peace.